Welcome back to the Spotlight Games podcast for episode 161. I'm JakeTwitchin, and today we're talking about a lot of things. But this is an interesting episode because it's just myself and my
You didn't think this through.
Gently weeping Tin Man. My gently weeping Tin Man. GWT Mori. What's going on, homie?
Dude, I am so happy to be here, but my God, Jake, the only people in here tonight are you and moi. Dad and mom are not home, and we're about to fuck their shit up. God, listen.
I love it.
Yeah.
It does feel nice. When the parents are away, the kids will. I don't think that's how it goes. But no. I am honored, to be honest, is the right word. Cayman and Patrick have graciously allowed us to hang out here on their show and hold down the fort. Bravely, some would say, in fact. And we're going to make them very, very proud today because we have some really fun conversations to have about a really ridiculous amount of video games. Because this is the Spotlight Games podcast, where each week we spotlight the latest and greatest in the world of video games. You can get it by subscribing to our YouTube channel at Spotlight Games Pod, or by searching for Spotlight Games in your favorite podcast app. And hey, you can be on the show by tuning in as we record live Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. That's now. Or join us on twitch.tv/SpotlightGamesPod. Hey, that's here. Be sure to follow us there so you're notified when we are going live. Now, that's a natural ad read, don't you think?
Oh, you made that look so easy, Jake. My God. I love watching you stutters. I love watching you suffer through pre-written content. Like you're sitting there, you're like, the Spotlight Games. I mean, it's why you can't play disco. You can't read. It's just challenging. No.
Well, what a segue, in fact, because I, for the first time in a very long time, I don't even know how long. Oh, I just dropped them. I'm trying to make good content.
No, it's okay.
I had to throw on the glasses, dude. You're talking to JakeTwitchin right now because I want to jump into what we've been playing.
Yes.
Okay.
Please take us away, Jake. What have you been up to? What have you been running?
I've been playing the Blueprints. Hey, do you know the play on words? Do you get it?
I don't know. What is the play on words?
Say the title out loud.
The Blueprints. The Blueprints. The Blueprints. PRNTS. Wow. Okay,
yeah, it's pretty good.
Okay. Does it pertain to the game at all?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Yeah.
All right, tell me more.
Very big way. Okay, so this game is nearly impossible. So many times I have been streaming this game and people are like, Jake, what are you playing? Like halfway through my stream. And every time they ask me, I try to explain it and I do such a shitty job. It's like a puzzle game where you walk around and you have to design rooms in a house as you go, but also as you go, things are changing and there's kind of a story and there's something going on with a family, but I don't know exactly what that is or what's happening. It is nearly impossible to narrow down exactly what this game is and what this game is not. But at its core, it is a puzzle game. Hey, have you played Outer Wilds? Where are you at on Outer Wilds? I forget.
Dude, I'm like I'm probably like a fourth of the way through the game. Yeah, I have a long way to go, but I've loved what I've played. It's a lot of fucking keeping track of shit. That's it. Yeah.
That it is. Well, Blueprints is... It feels a little bit like a walking simulator, but that is just kind of your method of transportation. What you're truly doing in this game is you're solving smaller puzzles to unravel a bigger mystery. And it's like very difficult to even establish what that mystery is off the jump. You're trying to find a secret room in a house that was bequeathed to you. And there are all sorts of crazy things going on where you are trying to kind of piece these things together by doing roguelike runs. So things will change in the house. You run a new layout every single time that you go. But the mystery that unravels and the different types of rooms that you get and the changes that carry over separate this for me from any other roguelite. I see chat going crazy about blueprints. It looks like there's a lot of people that are interested. Hello to everybody watching us live. Cirrus and Nolan and Cog. Gianni with the resub for months. Thank you so much. Jonesing Simba, welcome back. High Score Weekly is here. Coal Mines is here. We love it. I hate roguelites, but I love this game. You love roguelites. Is that true, GWC Mori?
Oh, they are one of my first loves. And I got to be honest, this game, all I knew was that it was reviewed very well.
Yeah.
Knew that people were loving it, knew that you were playing it. That's all I knew about the game. That's why when you said the blueprints, I'm like, what does that do with the game? Hearing you say that it's a roguelike, yeah, I'm downloading this tonight and I'll probably like put an hour in.
The best part about this game, and we've had this situation I think once before as well. I can't remember exactly what it was. Chat will help me remember that this game launched both on PlayStation Plus, if you're on the premium or extra tier, as well as Game Pass. So this is so accessible for $0. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. So it becomes such an easy recommendation because of it being so accessible. I feel like a lot of people are playing it and the word of mouth is spreading, and it finally got to me. And I'm usually so good at like, I know what's for me and what's not. You know, I'm usually pretty passionate. Like, I'm not trying to read. That's why I had to put the old glasses on, man, because I'm actually reading text and dialogue in this game. Is how much I like it.
No shit.
Maury, I know I say this at this point, me saying I'm a hyperbolic person, but this is not hyperbole, is actually becoming a meme because almost everything I say is hyperbolic. But I think it might be my game of the year.
Wow.
I just don't. I feel like it will be usurped by like Mario Kart or something like stupid that you just fucking like jump and run type of game. At some point, some AAA title will probably take its crown, but I just don't feel passionate enough about like. I think South of Midnight. Oh, South of Midnight is the best contender because South of Midnight right now, my 1, 2, 3 is probably Blueprints if it keeps its momentum and doesn't outstay its welcome. South of Midnight, Avowed.
I feel like that's a fine list. I mean, it makes sense. Yeah.
But I don't know. There's still so much to talk about, and if you want to talk more about it, perhaps even with some light spoilers, keep an eye on the Drop-In Dropout channel over the next couple days because Patrick and I are going to do a little bit of a messy podcast about it after some announcement. Mario Kart tomorrow on the channel. We're getting hyped. There's a lot of stuff coming up. Let's talk about some news. You interested in that?
Oh, yeah, let's do it. But I want to say something really quickly because I loved what you said about accessibility, and a thought ran through my mind. And Coal Mines literally said what I was thinking of. He said, Coal Mines wrote, I will 100% be purchasing it again if it gets a physical release. That's what's great is that with this title being put on Game Pass and PlayStation Plus, with how good it is, it's still going to make a shit ton of money when they do the limited physical release at some point later on down the road. So it's brilliant. I love that they're like letting everybody get their hands on it. I love that it reviewed so well because they're going to make fucking stupid money now off the physical release. That's just me. Yeah, I'll be buying it. Yeah,
for sure.
News. News.
Yeah, let's get into the news. A little bit of housekeeping right off the jump after we talk about a game. So Mario Kart Direct is Thursday morning. The Spotlight Games squad, the Drop-In Dropout squad, the JK Games squad. We are going to come together and do 2 things for this. Well, 3 things if you think about it. Wednesday night, we'll be live on Drop-In Dropout to play Mario Kart and record a messy podcast. That's just Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on Switch. If you have it, come join us. We'll have open lobbies for anyone to come participate. Then Thursday morning at 9 a.m. Eastern time, we will be reacting to, that might be 10 a.m. Eastern time, but I think it's 9 a.m. I'm not positive. You can figure that out. You're an adult. We will be live reacting to the Mario Kart event. And then that evening for our regular Drop-In Dropout podcast, we will be recording a full, not reactions, but impressions of the Direct, recapping it, then talking about our fondest Mario Kart memories, maybe playing some games and having some trivia about the Mario Karts of old. I'm really looking forward to that episode. I think it's going to be great. Besides that, I want to talk to you about something that is, I've been really excited for this episode since the other day because I was like, I get to talk to Maury about Marathon.
Yeah.
Which is so interesting to me. And I'm also very interested to see where chat lands on Marathon because it is extremely divisive so far.
Yes.
Would you say?
Yes, I would fully agree.
Yeah. Talk to me. You start the conversation on Marathon. This is your baby potentially.
Well, let's see. I mean, Jake, we're gonna find out if it's my baby or not. Right now, from what I
say
saw,
so.
bro, I kind of feel like I'm on Mori. Like, you are not the father. I don't know if this is my baby. I don't know, Jake. It's funny. You said that I was the person that you were excited to talk to me about Marathon, but I was excited to talk to you about Marathon.
Really?
Yeah, I think maybe the only person that competed with you a little bit was Jerica. I would love to hear Jerica's thoughts on it because obviously Jerica's a huge Destiny fan, huge Bungie diehard. Yeah, I don't know. I sat there and I watched the entirety of the presentation, but I think I started to zone out around minute 25, maybe a little bit earlier. Holy shit. Like, I don't know if I needed an hour of that. I think I needed a little less. It felt long-winded. It felt like, I don't know. It just felt overdone. The gameplay looks fine. Bungie's always been great with gunplay. I just don't know if an extraction shooter is like the best way to go. Like, the thing that I keep reading online, and I'm sure you've read this as well, is that like Bungie's worlds are amazing. I mean, like, let's not forget that Bungie created Halo, right? They created the original Marathon. They created Oni, a game way back on like the PlayStation 2. They created fucking Destiny.
Good Oni pull.
Dude, so the reason why I know that is because I did a presentation on Bungie when I was 12 at my school. So yeah, I never played it, but I know it. But
I can picture the Oni box art. It's got like a shorty and like a silver background. It's very dope.
Wow. Look at me. I beat Jake to a OG pull. That's a rarity.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I like it.
You were saying something about how you felt like the worst way that they could start was doing 7 minutes of guys fucking talking, and I fully agreed with you. Tell me more from your experience of watching the reveal trailer. Did you watch it all the way through? Like, what? Yeah, talk to me.
Okay, so I tuned in. I went live just to stream this React content for Marathon. I was thinking that this could be a very cool game release. I was thinking maybe they will announce like beta for right now, or we could play it right after, or there'd be some stuff that, kind of knocks our socks off. Maybe we'll be very, very excited to see this game. And I tuned in and was obviously greeted to a countdown followed by these guys talking at me a lot. I was not impressed at all with the format. So once I get the format thing going, I'm like, sitting there, I'm like, oh my God, show us gameplay. And they show us gameplay and it looks okay. I think it looks fine. Yeah. I think it looks maybe even arguably good. I think the art style is unique. I think that you look at that game and I hear some people saying like, it just looks like the finals. I don't think that this game looks like any other game. I do think that it is unique. It has these big, bold colors and these like geometric shapes all over the place. And it looks a little bit nasty, like to the naked eye. I think it takes a little while to look at the screen and absorb what's going on and feel like, oh, okay, like I see that like this is my UI and this is the building in front of me. This is my reticle. Like it is a lot happening on the screen, but that's kind of standard fare for a modern game. I don't want to knock it too hard on that. Extraction shooter, we knew that this would be the case. This is Tarkov turned up to, or I guess tuned down. It's a little less hardcore, to be honest. And I don't know if that's for me yet. I really don't have much experience with the genre. However, I'm cautiously optimistic. I just have a really bad taste in my mouth based off of the debut, to the point of I turned this thing off 25 minutes into it and I missed that cinematic trailer at the end, which was like 7 or 8 minutes. The thing that gets me though is that this is Bungie and they have the ability to tell stories, or they used to. And I don't know if they have the ability to tell good stories anymore. And I know what you're going to say. Yeah. Well, Destiny 2 story is actually like, is it though?
I agree.
Like, because it's mostly told in like logs. It's always like, here's this recording of a voiceover thing that I hear while I'm mowing down 1,000 of the same enemy.
Oh,
and
Jake.
This is like PvPvE.
Jake, you don't even have to, brother. I was one of those guys when Destiny first came out who was begging for the lore to just be put into the fucking game. I remember the way that this worked, Jake. Basically, what would happen was you would get lore about the game, but you couldn't even access it in-game. You had to go to a web browser or the Destiny app on your phone, and I was one of the most vocal people during that time saying, holy fuck, dude, put your story in the fucking game, dumbass. It's a fucking video game. Like, dude, it blew the fuck out of me. Like there was a huge guy on YouTube called Bife, and he did like Destiny lore videos because that was how inaccessible lore was within the game. So I agree. I don't think the way they tell stories, or have for the last 10 years, has been anywhere near what they used to do. So I was just saying that to say I totally agree.
Yeah. And I mean, this is the team that made, it's not the team exactly, but Halo Reach is so good, right? Like, it is such a cool cinematic storytelling experience, and it stands on its own. It stands in the Halo universe. There's not shit to fucking read. Like, I remember ODST had some logs and stuff like that, and I was getting a little bit like, all right. A lot of people loved ODST, and I think a lot of people that love ODST also really love Destiny, because I see a lot of Destiny DNA in the way that ODST's campaign worked, where you kind of have those open areas and you're kind of exploring freeform and whatnot.
Wow.
But Bungie hasn't been for me for some years, but I don't know if this is what brings me back. And here's the thing. That's all to say, I'm here on day one. Like, I'm giving it a shot. You know, totally. I would like it to be great.
Totally.
And I have a huge history. I mean, Halo 2 is in my top 10 games of all time. Halo 3 is in my top 20, probably. It is something that could work for me. It could click. I've got thousands of hours in Destiny 1 even.
Yeah.
Just, I don't know.
No, I agree. But I think what you said was valid. And that's that, like, dude, even when we got to the cinematic at the end, my thought the whole time is just, what the fuck's going on? Like, and I understand that a lot of that's going to be revealed in game, but I think Destiny for me was a step down from Bungie's storytelling in Halo, right? That's easy.
Yeah.
That's a given. This is so clearly going to be a step down from Destiny. You don't get to build an entire fucking narrative. You don't get to build a campaign. You don't get to build a raid because it's an extraction shooter. So the little bit of story that wasn't locked off to lore and audio logs in Destiny was in its gameplay mechanics. It was through the way they set up a campaign, a raid, like I just said. I don't need to say it twice, John. Jesus Christ. But, like, that's gone now. That's totally gone. Like, now it's just extraction shooter. What is it? Is it going to be a cutscene at the beginning of every season? I don't know if that's enough for me, because that's not what I come to Bungie for. That was enough for me with Concord. I said it time and time again. Dude, give me a cutscene every fucking week. I'll smile from ear to ear. That's great. But I expect more from Bungie. And I don't know. More might not be the right thing. This game is just not going to be for everybody. They've made it clear what it is. It's an extraction shooter. But then, like, don't give me an 8-minute cinematic trailer at the end of your reveal. Don't make it like this whole fucking story thing. Like, there's so much. Oh, like, just shut the fuck up. Just, like, let me shoot motherfuckers. Like, make it Tarkov, but for console. That's all I care about. Like, so I don't know. I think it's funny that you left, though, at the 25-minute mark, because that was where I started to tune out. Like,
I was over it,
dude. I hit that, like, 25. Yeah.
Here's the thing: is, like, maybe that could have worked if they had, like, it is just incredibly tone deaf. Like, you need to have consulted on this, maybe, like, to content creators or to fans. Like, there's so much consulting in the video game industry when it comes to like your actual game, like your actual product. But then sometimes I think that there's is there no fucking consulting on marketing? Is there no research that said that this was going to go poorly? Did anybody watch that and they were like, God, that was the right way to deliver that information?
Yeah.
It is like the definition of, like, could have been an email. It was so I made the analogy of, like, it reminds me of, like, and listen, I'm a nerd. I'm not about to dog on people that play Hero Clicks. Do you know what Marvel's Hero Clicks was? Or, like, Hero Clicks? It's like this old tabletop game where you, like, click characters and stuff like that. But it reminded me of, like, I just, like, I had to sit at a table or something like that with a bunch of people playing a tabletop game that I've never played before, and they're all talking passionately about it and making little jokes that I don't understand. They're like, well, let's just say there were a lot of Zerkovs over there when I when I stormed the base, and the rest of the guys are like, Zerkovs, and they're like, well, but I brought Bridget, so obviously I was able to clear out the Zerkovs, and they're all like, yeah, Bridget on the Zerkovs. Like I was like, I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about. This isn't funny or interesting. Like, it was just, I was like, well, what am I fucking watching? Like, they it felt like a gigantic fucking circle jerk, because that's what it was. It was a Bungie employee with 4 other Bungie employees in a crowd full of Bungie employees making. They had an applause sign. They had a laughter sign. It was just fucking strange, man. And
yeah.
Hire Keeley.
Seriously. Yeah, I agree. And I love what you said, though. I mean, the way you described like the tabletop shit, that was fucking perfect, dude. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? And the other thing is, like, I don't know. I am one of those people that really appreciates when like Sony, right, will show off. I mean, shit, Nintendo does it. Everybody does it, right? Where they show off a game, they show you 3 minutes of it, and then they're like, yeah, go read the fucking blog post. 90% of that fucking reveal could have been a blog post. Like, and it would have been so much better suited there. You should have shown me like 20 minutes of gameplay. You should have shown me a match all the way through, and then maybe a little bit at the beginning, maybe a little bit at the end, maybe a little bit of chit chat. The rest should have been in a blog post. And I don't know why they didn't do that. I don't know why they did a circle jerk for 30 whole fucking minutes. I mean, between how much time they talked, I feel like it came out to about half the showcase. Yeah, I don't know.
I think more than half.
Probably. And that's the thing. I mean, you said it best, though. I'm going to be there day one. There's no question about that. I will be there day one. I will happily sit down for the new Bungie release. It's going to feel so nostalgic. It's going to be in September again, just like the Destiny release was. And like, that was the first time I ever went to a midnight release. No, it was like the third time I went to a midnight release, but it was the first time I ever got a collector's edition. Hello, this still has Peter Dinklage's voice in it. You know what I mean? Like I'm OG when it comes to this Bungie shit. So like, I'm excited. I'm going to feel all that nostalgia. The thing I'm really worried about is you and me getting on stream to play Marathon on day one, and we're sitting there and we're like, I don't know, dude, it's not really clicking. And that won't even be what we say. We'll just start to get really quiet and a little bored and a little uninterested, and the stream's going to end after 2 hours, and we're going to say, oh, you want to play it again anytime on stream? And we'll be like, sure, totally. And then we never touch it again. That's my fear. That's my fucking fear. Yeah.
Yeah, just falling off of it, $40 price point. There's a lot of things working against it right now, is what it seems like. It needs to come out and be absolutely stellar. Yeah. And I don't know if that game is going to be stellar. It is crazy. It is crazy the way that they have decided to do this. Dude, let's talk about a different video game.
I would love to. Can I say, I'm going to say one more thing, and then, yeah, because we talked about Marathon for probably an hour in total now. One more thing. Marathon is going to be so integral to whether or not Bungie exists in 2 years. Like, I don't even think people can like comprehend how consequential this game is for this company. I mean, Jake, you're talking about, it just felt weird. They had all the employees in there. They were laughing at the same time, applauding at the same time. There's a reason why. Everyone at Bungie knows that if this game doesn't go off, they're done. Since Sony's purchased them, since Sony's acquired them, they have only lost Sony money at every turn. Every single thing they put out, Jake, every goddamn thing they've put out is underperformed.
I looked over at the fucking YouTube comments during the live stream, and somebody in all caps was like, "You killed Last of Us factions." Fucking funny
for this to survive. And I'm not judging it off rip, but honestly, like if this game doesn't fuck at launch, Bungie won't exist. I mean, they have been a burden on Sony since they acquired them. Sony has not made their money back. They've lost money supporting Bungie. If this game doesn't go off, it's going to suck. And I think that's why the reveal felt the way it felt. I think that's why it felt like a circle jerk, because those devs are doing everything in their power, as they should, because I want Bungie to be here. I want the game to be great, right? But they're doing everything in their power to make sure that that game has the best reveal ever. And I think it was tone deaf as fuck. And I don't think they put together how people like you and me would perceive the reveal of it. I don't know. But all that said, we've talked about Marathon for an hour. I mean,
well, let's talk a little bit more about Bungie, because then today they were like, hey, Destiny is coming back. Remember how we have our final chapter of Destiny? Well, guess what? It's edging time.
Edging time. Bro, I saw...
What's the subtitle?
It's something edge of something, because I saw Jerica sets edge at something at edge. Edge of...
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, whatever the fuck it was.
Destiny Edge of Fate.
Yeah, what is that?
Oh, you're never gonna believe this, but there's gonna be.
Oh no! God. Oh no!
I'm done. Imagine if I died on the Spotlight game stream.
I have to watch you fucking just lifeless in your chair for like 3 minutes because we can't figure out how to turn off StreamYard.
What happened to me? Okay,
fun.
everything's fine.
Good.
You'll never believe it. But any edgers in chat? 111. No more tech issues. This is body tech. My throat's giving out on me. They're going to fully announce it next month at a live stream event. Are you excited?
No, I don't give a shit. The best, like, dude, like, and you know what that tells me? That tells me that, like, I don't know, maybe I'm totally off here, but like that tells me that maybe the internal reviewing of Marathon hasn't been going so well the last couple of years, because they really hyped up the final shape to be like, and then we're leaving Destiny alone for a while, but we're gonna put out some mobile game. But I think that since got canceled. Like, Destiny 2's software is so fucking old. I mean, it's damn near a decade old. Like, you have to fucking leave it. Like, and I remember I was one of those people when I found out from Destiny 1 that like we weren't going to get all our shit carried over to Destiny 2. I didn't play Destiny 2 at launch because of that. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? I've put in some crazy number, like 5,000 hours into Destiny. I'm not living without my shit.
Was Destiny 1 on 360 or just Xbox One?
Yeah, PS3 and 360 had a Destiny release as well.
That's so crazy.
It is insane to think about.
That's so messy.
Yeah. And it looked like shit on those consoles. I can't remember all the shit that happened there, but I remember seeing IGN videos about how bad the performance was, and it was rough. But I mean, like, that's the thing. Like, I think at this point, like, you really have to abandon Destiny 2. And like, if you're gonna return to Destiny, like, you have to do it with like a new fucking game, a new fucking engine, new fucking software. Like, it's not holding up anymore. It's just not. So I don't know.
No. Listen, I got a perfect way to end this. First time chat from McZuggins. The more they talked, the less sense it made. Maybe just me? No, not just you. No. You absolutely nailed it. Marathon was a tough watch. Bungie is in rough shape. I hope things get better. I'm not sure they will.
Yeah.
Speaking of hoping things get better and not sure if they will, ready to talk about some Star Wars?
Fuck yeah, I am. Fuck yeah, I am. Oh,
listen, I don't want to spend too much time on this because truthfully, there's not much to report about. This is the Respawn RTS game, or at least strategy game, but it's the new, I believe it's like Bit Reactor is the name of the company that is making it with them. Veterans of the XCOM and Civilization studio for Axis Games. And this was announced alongside a bigger push that was, I think, 3 games total. There's one other game. They announced the 3rd Jedi game, which makes sense, of course. And they announced this game, which is now officially titled Star Wars Zero Company. Which, when I first saw this, I opened up Twitter and I saw like the poster for Zero Company, and I was like, oh, holy shit, is this like a spinoff of Clone Wars or Bad Batch? It had really cool art. It's got somebody with a lightsaber. I was like, oh, maybe we are so back. Give me some of that sweet Star Wars animation. I think this could be nice. Where are you at on this?
Yeah, I'm totally excited. I mean, I'm sold that these are a lot of XCOM devs. That's a comforting thing for me. It's like, okay, you guys are going to do a great job. Also, having Respawn kind of looking over the shoulder, helping them co-develop it. I know Respawn knows Star Wars. They make great fucking Star Wars games. I adore Fallen Order and Survivor. It's fucking great. I'm not like a huge RTS guy, but I love Star Wars enough to be a huge Jedi Zero Company. What is it?
Zero Company.
Yeah. I'm enough of a Star Wars fan to be a Star Wars Zero Company fan. Jesus Christ, I'll be there. I didn't see the announcement for the 3rd fucking Jedi game. What is it called?
Yeah, it was like unceremonious. This was months ago. Like, this is a re-reveal. So it was like, geez, it was probably a year ago now, maybe more, that they announced it. It's 3 games total at Respawn, all under the Respawn umbrella, partnering with other studios, except for on Jedi, which Jedi is their baby, and it's the remainder of that trilogy. So 3 Star Wars games total, and I think one of them got canceled or something like that. I don't know exactly where we're at, but there'll be more to talk about with this, so let's not spend too much time, because this weekend is Star Wars Celebration. You know what Star Wars Celebration is?
Oh, Jake, do I know what Star Wars? Fuck yeah, I know what Star Wars Celebration is. My God.
Oh yeah.
My God. Yeah, I'll be there.
Yeah.
I'll be balls deep in there.
It's a Star Wars Celebration year because they alternate. Star Wars Celebration is every 2 years, and D23, the regular Disney Celebration, is every 2 years. So it's every year we get some event. One of them Star Wars centric, one of them is everything centric. So this is Star Wars, and it starts this weekend. And on Saturday, the 19th, is the full reveal. So we'll probably get like a CGI trailer, some developer interviews, and stuff like that. We might even get a teaser this weekend for the third Jedi game, is my guess. I don't know. I think that they have probably something to show for that by now. What do you think? You think they could have a chance, or will it overshadow Zero Company?
I think if it did get shown off, it would overshadow Zero Company. The only reason that I think that here's the deal, because Fallen Order would have been 19 and then Survivor would have been 23. It's a 4-year gap. At this point, we're at about the 2-year mark. I don't remember when they would have first shown off Survivor. If it was 21, then it's totally feasible we see it this weekend. I don't think that like you save Jedi to not overshadow Zero Company. I think if you have something to show for Jedi, you show that shit off at Star Wars Celebration.
Yeah. I'm with you. I think it is definitely more of a, here's all the stuff that we're working on. This is the order in which they're coming out in, or something like that. I don't think you can. More Star Wars games is good if you're at Star Wars Celebration. That's for sure.
Amen.
Not bad. All right, let's get into our news spotlight. Now, I pulled a lot of articles this week because there's a lot of things going on. One of them that has developed a lot since then is the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Remastered, which has been hanging around for quite a while. People have been talking about this. Is it coming? Is it not? What's happening? It looks like this game is imminent, to the point of it is marketing materials being leaked now. It is stills of the actual like developer interviews inside Obsidian that are leaking out right now. It looks like this is ready to be inserted into an Xbox event. It's crazy. It's a crazy leak.
Fired. Somebody's getting fired.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And Jeff Grubb, our Lord and Savior, has said that the game should be shadow dropped on the 21st or 23rd. There might be an Xbox event next week. Nobody really knows exactly for sure, but Oblivion Remastered is coming, and I was taken aback when I saw the screenshots. What did you think?
It looks great. It looks exceptional. And then they were like, I was reading more about it. Supposedly it's going to have like closer to Souls-like combat. They're going to update the combat a little bit. Supposedly it's going to be closer to the way a Souls game plays. That has me ecstatic, because I know that a lot of people have said that as the years have gone on, Oblivion's combat hasn't aged very well. Given that a little revamp, a little kick in the ass is going to be great. It looks awesome. I cannot fucking believe that this shit got leaked. It like to this capacity.
It's crazy.
Like we knew it was happening, but like developer interviews, come on, brother. What are we doing? Also, the more that I hear, the more that I find out, Xbox is about to have a fucking crazy year. Like, dude, think about it. We're not even through the first half yet. We've had South of Midnight, Atomfall, Doom the Dark Ages is coming in May, right? Claire Obscura, Expedition 33 is going to be on Game Pass. Now they're going to shadow drop an Oblivion remake? What the fuck?
I feel a little bit bad for Claire Obscure if that's the case, because they're dropping a very similarly themed game. It's different enough, but I feel like the Venn diagram of people interested in Claire Obscure will probably be. I think Claire Obscure would have a better launch if Oblivion Remastered didn't drop on top of it. I'll tell you that fucking much. You know?
Fully agree.
I don't know.
I also think if you give the average gamer a choice between Oblivion remake, remaster, or Claire Obscure, I think they're going to go with Oblivion. Like, I don't know. It's beloved. Yeah. It's classic. Yeah.
It's crazy. But I don't know. I didn't play much Oblivion. I think I borrowed it from GameStop when I worked there back just after the 360 launch, and gave it a night, and I was like, this isn't clicking for me. But I played Skyrim, so I'll check this out, especially on Game Pass. But I'm Claire Obscure first. I'm loyal to my Expedition 33.
I'd expect nothing less from you. You really spoke highly of that game after you got some early access to it.
So fucking excited. I should be getting a review copy here in the next couple of days, I think. I'm not embargoed yet, I can say that.
How did you pull that off?
Just gotta be a baller.
Yeah, we got to talk later. That's tough. that has me horny. I'm not gonna lie.
All right. Mori, pop quiz. What are the 2 best-selling games of 2025?
Oh, fuck. Really? You're asking me this? Fuck. Yeah. Can you give me, wow, what's come out in 2025, brother? Is it games that have released in 2025?
Mm-hmm. Yep. One of them came out in March. One of them came out in February.
All right, give me a
Google
second.
2025 game releases.
Yeah, let me look it up. Everybody, chat, be patient with me, man. Let me have my opportunity.
Making some content over here.
Oh,
all right.
Oh, one of them is Monster Hunter Wilds.
You are correct.
And the other one's Split Fiction.
No. Try again.
What? It's not. It's not Assassin's Creed Shadows.
We might not have numbers for Split Fictions. It is Assassin's Creed Shadows is the second best selling officially now. And Assassin's Creed Shadows, this is according to Matt Piscatella over at Circana, which is like the authority. And they don't give us exact sales figures publicly. You have to pay for that. But you can see the order in which. And he just tweeted some trivia. Assassin's Creed Shadows has been the best selling game in all 3 full weeks of recorded data on it. Like, it's easy to listen. There was a lot of like talk about controversy, and I think that is like a little bit inside of our gamer bubble when it comes down to like franchise IP and stuff like that. Assassin's Creed moves units, baby. Number 1 best-selling game in all of the weeks that it has been available, and it's the second best-selling game of the year officially now. And it has Monster Hunter Wilds to compete with, and I'm sure, I don't know if it keeps on going. Sierra says, why do they keep making these? Well, doesn't hurt that it's good. Yeah, that's true. Very, very true. So pretty interesting. Wow. I got some more for you though. Good job. You ended up finding them. Split Fiction might get a chance though. I don't know if it has the. I don't think we don't have April's numbers, and that game just came out like late
March.
March maybe.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it had enough time to climb the ranks. Let's talk about some more leaked stuff. Steam fucked up. Put a release date on some promotional materials on a blog post for Mafia: The Old Country, looking like August 8th.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Okay. Did not know this. This is amazing.
What do you think about a release date for August 8th?
I'm trying to think of what else would be coming out around that time period. I don't know.
We don't have much.
Here's the thing, right? If you're releasing in the second half of the year, probably better to stick as close to the first half of the year as possible, because when GTA gets announced, you're fucked. And GTA is coming out.
Yep.
It is.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. All right. I have the craziest fucking thing for you.
Please.
So, do you remember the game Rime? R-I-M-E?
Yes.
It was a like almost Journey style game from a while back.
Yeah. I remember Rime.
So this game came out, and it was developed by, I think it's Tequila Works. I want to say Tequila Works, which, if you remember, they filed for insolvency late last year, I want to say. And there is a public auction event for not only the brand Tequila Works, their web domain, their network files, I'm looking at it right here, but also all of their IP, including Rime, that you can just go buy right now on like a looks like a Spanish IP like website, like an auction website. And I don't know if it's like for repossessions or for digital things, but I don't know. It's insane. You want to guess how much you could buy the entire Rime IP for in US dollars right now if you wanted to? If you wanted to place the next bid, highest bidder would be how much?
$200,000.
Less.
No. 150.
Less.
No fucking shot. 100?
$17,547 for the Rime IP right now is the highest bid. Fucking insane. Like, dude, it's so low. We could pool funds and go make Rhyme 2.
I was about to say, bro, somebody fucking refinance their home and like go get some good IP. What the fuck?
Isn't that crazy?
That's so weird.
They're selling 9 items total. The Invisible Hours in the trademark and IP, Deadlight trademark and IP, GYLT trademark and IP, and then 4 in development video games. One's being described as The Ancient Mariner. It's a vertical slice demo. Dungeon Tour, a video game in development with a vertical slice. Brawler Crawler, and then a bundle of 4 Tequila Works projects ready for production. Crazy. And they're all being sold without reserve, just ready to go. And some of these, like, oh my god, it's so crazy how cheap it is. You can get free video game like working ideas for less than like $1,500.
And if you
insane,
if you
really
own,
cool, really cool, very unique situation.
Because this is what I was going to ask. If you owned the IP, does that mean that you would just get whatever money was made off of any sales of Rhyme in the future?
Yeah, so you would have the ability to republish Rhyme and put it back on digital marketplaces, or if there are additional proceeds that fly in of Rhyme in the future, I believe that would go to you, outside of maybe there's a contract with whoever buys Tequila Works as well. But I mean, this would be your item. I mean, that wasn't an exceptional game or anything like that, but I feel like it could be marketed the right way and make it a successor that's worth more than $17,000.
Yeah, I fully believe that can be done. That's wild. That's wild.
Yeah. Insane. All right. I got 3 more things for you. I'm going to rattle them off here. One of them is going to excite you, and I need to make sure that you're informed on this.
Okay.
Rematch will launch on July 19th for PC, Xbox Series X, S, and PlayStation 5 for $29.99, and it will be included on Game Pass day 1.
Yep.
We love that.
That's great.
There is also an upcoming open beta coming up within a couple days. Those beta applications are open now for registration. You can go to like playrematch.com or whatever the fucking website is. You have to Google it. You'll figure it out. And sign up for the open beta. So make sure you're in on that. It's going to be awesome.
Because I saw that I kept getting videos from the closed beta on my For You page. Yo, I'm happy as fuck that I drafted this game. It looks amazing. The energy.
It looks really fun.
Dude, it looks good. Rocket League without cars.
I think it's going to do really, really well on like Twitch. I could see it getting to be like a very competitive thing, especially with the international audience. Like, there is not a game like this. This is really something to watch. I think this is super important for competitive gaming going forward. And I think that 2 years from now, the conversation that we're having right now will be looked back upon and we'll be like Nostra Jacus and GWT Nostra Mori.
Wow.
What do you think about that?
It's okay. I don't love it, but I'm not mad at it.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Remember last like 2 weeks when everyone was like dogging on Nintendo and everything, and now that everyone's forgotten about that and they're just excited for the Switch 2 again?
Yeah, I do remember that. I've not given up my grievances, but of course we're excited to spend $800 on the Switch 2, Jake. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I'm excited. But I feel like it gets a little the gaming. All right, so here's like the circle of like gaming. Everybody knee-jerk reaction, freak out, right?
Yes.
And then dogpile on it. They're like, yeah, but did you see the Piranha Plant camera? It's only 480p. Oh yeah, did you see that the Switch 2 enhanced editions are just the Switch 1 carts, but DLC? How embarrassing. $80 for Mario Kart? Ridiculous. And then it's just silence.
Yeah.
And then everyone just stops talking about it and they start talking about something else.
You know what I
think?
think?
Fine again.
And you know what I think it is, honestly, because you're right. I mean, people want to be a part of the conversation, so that they'll go and they'll make their complaints known on the internet. The truth is that now those people are done complaining about that. They've moved on to the next thing. And if they actually have any convictions about it, they'll vote with their wallet. And frankly, most people won't. Most people will just bitch and moan on the internet because it's entertaining to them. And then they'll still spend $80 on Breath of the Wild again. Like,
dude.
Yeah.
I'm running Tears of the Kingdom.
Oh no. One more time.
I'm running Tears of the Kingdom back the second it comes out.
Oh, it's a great pick. Yeah. I fully support that. Fully support that.
I need it.
Yeah.
I have to have it. I simply must.
I love it.
Switch 2 edition titles do contain both the game and the upgrade on cart. The bandwagoning, funny, jokey jokes were false.
Damn.
And that's a follow-up to last week's story where we misreported it. Gaming News Authority Spotlight Games falsely reporting
this fucking guy. That's funny.
The last thing I have is that Xbox confirmed their big summer showcase is officially coming back. Are you excited?
Hell yeah. We got to see what they're doing for the second half of the year. They will have had a banger of a first half. I can't wait to see what they do in the next 6 months of the year. I'm excited.
Yeah, so they're doing the same thing that they did a couple years ago where they are pairing it up with... Well, actually, they did it last year, too. I'm pretty sure that they've done that for the last 3 years since they had the big acquisition of Bethesda, I want to say, where they did like the Starfield was attached to it 2 years ago, and then last year Call of Duty Direct was attached to it, and then this year Outer Worlds 2 Direct is attached to it. So year by year, the attached events are getting less and less interesting. What will they showcase next year?
Well, let me ask this.
Viva
Number
Pinata?
one,
I'm just kidding. That would be the most important one.
Viva Pinata would be a hell of a pull. You're right. I do think they've gotten progressively more boring. I definitely last summer shut off the Call of Duty portion. I think I was reacting to it live. I shut that shit off, and I won't be there for the Outer Worlds too. But here's my thing.
I don't think I need to watch like a deep dive on that.
No, fuck no. Do you think Gears of War E-Day comes out this year, or is that 2026? Do you think that that's something they show off?
I don't think that comes out.
Okay.
No, I don't think that comes out.
Okay.
If Fable got pushed, I don't think E-Day is ready to go. I just don't know where that like rumor even really came from. Like, don't you think if that? I mean, it just got revealed at their summer event last year.
Yeah.
And you think a 1.5 year turnaround from announcement to like ready to go?
It'd be insane. I don't know where the rumor started, but I've not asked you your thoughts on it yet, so I figured I'd ask.
Yeah. I don't see that happening. I just don't know. I mean, basically their big holiday season title has been the focus of the little attached direct every single time. And I think that maybe it is a little front loaded for the year on Xbox if that's the case, because Outer Worlds seems to be what they're doing. I mean, Starfield was the biggest Xbox release the year prior or 2 years prior. Last year, Call of Duty, of course, with Activision. And then this year, I guess Outer Worlds will be what they have to show. So, I mean, I feel like if it was coming out this year, it would say their June 8th live stream is followed by a Gears of War E-Day fucking direct. So I'm pretty certain we're not seeing that game this year.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And if the argument would be like, well, they're not ready to show it, but it's still coming out this year, I'd say, and then it's getting pushed to next year, brother.
Right. Well, let me go cancel my bid. I'm kidding. I love it.
Oh no. Listen, man, that's all I got. I've got to do a special thank you to everybody who tuned in live because we had some massive tech issues tonight. I don't know if it was my computer, my internet, or StreamYard, but God, this was a real pain. But we made it happen somehow. Sorry if you're listening to this in post and there's a couple rough edits, but thank you to everybody that tuned in live, everybody listened after the fact, everybody that liked and subscribed on YouTube or went and found Spotlight Games somewhere else. dropindropoutpod.com is a great place to go for all of your Spotlight Games needs, JakeTwitchin needs, your JakeTwitchin and Mori needs. We have so much coming up and so much to look forward to. Also a special shout out to Cayman and Patrick for letting us hold down the fort, letting us fly. And we did such a great job. No tech issues. Remember when I choked?
Yeah, that was scary. Again.
Yeah, what happened?
Like, think about this, Jake. If right there you went, if you were just gone, how would I shut this shit off? How would I have shut this shit off?
I wouldn't. It'd be awesome, dude. We would have so many views.
We would. Can you?
Yeah.
Can you kind of like, just put on a show real quick for the camera, Get us. Yeah, there we go. Viewership.
Can you imagine? That's all I can hope for. My posthumous podcast really popping off. Posthumous? Is that how you say that word?
I think so. I used to say post-hummus like a dumbass, so it can't be that. It's probably what you said. Posthumous? Whatever the fuck.
Maybe.
Post-hummus, yeah.
Posthumous?
Posthumous, there it is.
JakeTwitchin and Mori, where can the people find you?
go to dropindropoutpod.com. You can find everything there. You can find your JK Games needs, your Spotlight Games needs, where you are right now, your JakeTwitchin needs, your Cognitive Clips needs. I'll tell you what GWT Mori needs. He needs some more JakeTwitchin in his life. Those are my needs. But yeah, go to the fucking website and figure it out like an adult, like Jake will often say. That's my pitch.
I hate when people baby people through their pitches and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's like, you want to find it, you'll fucking find it. And if you can't find it, then we don't want you to follow. That's not true.
Wow.
We do. Ask an adult. ask a capable human. All right. Thanks for listening or watching. And if you watched, maybe go listen. If you listened, maybe go watch. And if you're watching this or listening to this after the fact, maybe come hang out live. We're now going to wave at the camera until the show ends. Bye-bye. Bye.